Hey guys, this is Philip Batty. I'm in the class with you guys, and I've just taken the Ocean Personality Test, and I wanted to be able to share the results with you guys and kind of talk about the implications and what this means about me as a person, as well as my relationships and my future careers. As you guys know, this is one test in an ocean of tests. I've taken the Myers-Briggs test, I've taken the Enneagram test, I've taken many more, and this is just one of them. And I think the results of these tests so far have been very consistent for me. And so I'm very excited to be able to show you guys the results, get to know you guys, give you guys a kind of a peek into who I am and my personality. So with that being said, as you guys know, there's 5 different categories for this test. That's neuroticism, extroversion, openness to experience, agreeableness, and conscientiousness. And in those 5 categories, I scored a 67 in neuroticism, a 82 in extroversion, an 83 in openness to experience, 87 in agreeableness, and 85 in conscientiousness. And then once again, like I said, I've taken a lot of personality tests, so this really doesn't surprise me that much. Neuroticism, I scored kind of across the board pretty low on all of the different categories, because if you guys remember, there's 6 different categories that it splits each category into. And so all of those categories I scored fairly low, 10 or below, 10 being self-consciousness, I got a 10, that's the highest of the low. I got a 13 in moderation. Again, I think I do prone to go heavy if I go into something. I love deep diving, and I am prone to overdo certain exercises or interests that I have. It is I'm prone to do that. But the one I got the highest in, which again is not surprising to me, I think if you get this high of a score, it shouldn't be, is anger. I've always struggled with my anger. I have a quick temper. It takes me a while to cool down. And so that's something that I've been aware of for a while, and have been working on and trying to kind of pull back. But the other ones, like I said, or as you heard, are fairly high. Extroversion, I got a score of 82. And for all of these, I didn't even drop below a 10 in all of the scores. Friendliness, I got a 13. Gregariousness, I got an 11. Assertiveness, I got a 14. Activity level, I got an 11. Excitement seeking, I got 14. And cheerfulness, I got a 19. This is all fairly consistent. My negative emotions that you would have seen in neuroticism don't get expressed as nearly as much as my happier emotions, friendliness, and all of the other gregariousness, assertiveness, all of these different things that are more positive get expressed much freer and much easier and much more frequent in my personality. The one that hits the low is gregariousness, and that makes sense. I am very people. I'm a people person, and I love being around people. And it gets me excited. But that group of people that I like to be around and doesn't tire me out is a smaller group. And so I've always ridden the line between extroversion and introversion. I think it's called ambivert. I'm not 100%. I'm not an expert. But that's a little, so far very consistent. But going back to the next one, I'm openness to experience. This, again, I scored even higher than extroversion. 18 and 19s through imagination, artistic interest, and emotionality. This makes sense to me. I'm very artistic myself. I love doing art. I love seeking out new ideas, and I love creating new things. Emotionality is makes a lot of sense. I'm aware of my feelings and other people's feelings. Adventurousness, I got a 12. Intellect, I got an 11, and liberalism, I got a 5. But overall, very high in this one. And really, the imagination is what carries this category for me. It's very big and important in my life. Next, I have agreeableness, which I scored an 87 in, the highest of my categories. In this category, I've scored 16s in almost all of them and a 17 in morality. But I scored a 10 in trust, which makes sense. I've never been very giving in trust, and modesty is also a 12. And lastly, is conscientiousness, which I have an 85. Now, what this means for me is I have things to work on. I have to be aware of my anger. I'm seeking to be a nurse, and I'm seeking to. I just got married, and so these are both things that really impact how you feel and how you express how you feel. And so when it comes to anger and when it comes to inclusion and making sure people are feeling included, these are very important for me. And so these tests are very important for me, being able to understand myself better and how others might experience me as well. And so very helpful. I'm very thankful for tests like this that help people who are more oblivious like me to understand themselves better and understand their weaknesses and their shortcomings, as well as their strengths. And so I hope that was informational to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, have a good one.